So if you've ever played the popular party games from Jackbox, where you use your phone as a controller, this next app I think is going to look pretty familiar and pretty cool. So let's hear from StackBox.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sara, and these are my teammates, Wingman, Emily, and Eve. Thank you for joining us today. We are so excited to present to you StackBox, a multiplayer game platform inspired by Jackbox games. Our app is designed for a group of friends to play a game together in the same room. One computer is placed where everyone else can see it, and it functions as the host, the same way you have the TV screen when you're playing video games. The host device selects the option to create a new game room, which generates a unique game room code. Personal devices, such as phones and tablets, are used as individual controllers. These devices need to have the host code entered in, and then they can join the game room. This code connects all players to each other in the same game room, and it also allows a lot of separate individual private games going on all at the same time. StackBox is designed with convenience in mind. It allows people to play games on the browsers rather than having to go download a special app. You can also play without having to make an account. All you need is a unique game room code. Eve will now walk you through StackBox.
Thank you, Sara. To play, one person, the host, chooses a game and creates a game room on a device that everyone can see. A unique game code is generated along with a QR code that links to the room. Players then use their personal devices to join the game room on the app, either by navigating to the website or by scanning the QR code. Each player chooses a display name and joins the waiting room. The host has the option to remove any players if necessary. When all of the players are in the room, the host starts the game. The question is displayed on the host device, and the answer choices are displayed on the players. The correct answer is displayed as soon as every player submits an answer choice. Then the question changes. At the end, each player can see their personal performance on their device and the group's performance on the host device. The host then has the option to replay the current game with the current players or to start over and to create a new game room. Once the host leaves the app, the game room is closed and the players have the option to join a different game room. I'll now let Emily walk you through the technology used to make StackBox.
Thanks, Eve. So one of the biggest concerns we had when developing was how we would make a responsive game across multiple devices. That informed our decision to use Firebase, a Google platform which includes a real-time database with WebSocket listeners that will let you know when any changes are made to the database. So our front end monitors the database using these listeners, and uses React to update the display accordingly. This minimizes any lag that you might encounter. Any requests that actually mutate the data are done on the back end using Express API routes in order to increase security. One of the benefits of a NoSQL database like Firebase is that it is very flexible and each entry is independent of other entries. So we can have different games with different requirements. For instance, if you're playing a game that has scores, the database will hold the current scores for each player, but another game can be playing simultaneously that does not keep track of scores, so that entry is not there at all. Now I'll let Wingman talk you through the UI experience.
Thank you, Emily. Another main concern we had for our app was the user experience. We wanted to create an app that is easily accessible on mobile using mobile-first design that will allow all devices to get the best user experience possible. To further enhance this user experience, we also implemented a QR code on the host view that will allow players to easily join a game as opposed to having to manually navigate to our website. At the end of each game, we used recharts to give personal feedback to each player about how they performed. Our last goal is to create a platform that could implement many different types of games. Besides our current quiz game, we also have a game called Most Likely To, where players can vote for other players based on the given prompt. Thank you, and we hope you enjoy our presentation. StackBox is available on stackbox.herokuapp.com, and if you're interested, our code is also available on GitHub.
Really cool. Yeah, I think just the whole architecture of a game like that is deceivingly complex, I think, you know, just getting a bunch of different devices to communicate with each other in real time and keeping everything perfectly in sync. This team did an outstanding job pulling it all together.
You know, you started by talking about Jackbox, and I definitely see some similarities here. But last time I played Jackbox, the QR code was not a thing. I don't know if they've updated their games, but I think they got some competition out there. That was definitely and I like the fact that, you know, they can really build out a different slew of games. They can consider user-generated games. Like, there's a lot of room for flexibility here in kind of the stack that they engineered. So I think that it looks really good.
Yeah, they really built a platform for these types of games, and they can just keep iterating.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah, and I just wanted to second the point about the QR code. That's a really good way of transmitting some kind of dense information like a URL. That's very easy. You know, you just take a picture and then you go there. And then also, of course, it's a platform, and so more games can come in. And, you know, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, it looks great. All right, well, Dakota, if you don't mind, why don't you tell us about the next theme?
I sure will.